Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Wednesday, the 24th of April 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second and more. Take custody of your digital assets today at rockwallet.com, including Bitcoin SV, the original protocol, and genuine Bitcoin. Let's get into it. So let's start off with a little bit of 365 days of Bitcoin history. What's history got in store for us today? 24th of April. On the 24th of April 2012, an intelligence assessment report dated 24th of April 2012 and graded as unclassified for official use only has appeared on the internet. Bitcoin virtual currency unique features present distinct challenges for deterring illicit activities, documents the challenges the FBI face in tracing suspicious activities. And this was reported on by ZDNet. And the title of the article was Why the FBI Should Be Worried About Bitcoin. And this is written by Eileen Brown, who has attended the genuine Bitcoin conferences recently. So let's go through this and see what's said. A leaked document from the FBI shows concern that cybercriminals treat Bitcoin as just another payment option alongside established virtual currencies. With no central authority, detecting suspicious activity can be problematic. Not really, just requires a bit of effort. But anyway, a leaked document from the FBI highlights the concern that the government has about increased criminal activity using the Bitcoin network. Any issues with criminal activity using their central bank fiat currency fraud? You know, any issues with the global fraud being perpetrated on the global economy? Any worries about that? No, I don't think so. The FBI is concerned that cybercriminals will come to treat Bitcoin as just another payment option alongside traditional and established virtual currencies. With no central authority, detecting suspicious activity and obtaining transaction records is problematic. No, because it's private, it just requires a bit of work. But generally, you would only really need to track down activity that was contrary to societal norms, as in like having detrimental effects on society, and Bitcoin has positive effects on society. So really they should be looking back at themselves, because they're the only ones who are committing large global crimes. So they're the ones that are probably going to have a problem with it. They're just like, oh, hold on a minute, we actually don't really want to use this because it's actually going to expose the fraud that we're perpetrating on everybody. But what we'll do is we'll just portray ourselves as the the innocent ones. Oh dear. So Bitcoin virtual currency unique features present distinct challenges for deterring illicit activities, documents the challenges the FBI faces in tracing suspicious activities. Bitcoin is a digital peer-to-peer currency created in 2009. It's not actually currency, it's money. And one of the first implementations of a concept called cryptocurrency. No central authority issues new money or tracks transactions. Transactions are managed centrally by the network itself in a publicly distributed database called the blockchain. The blockchain is actually the method of uploading data. It's more of a ledger, I suppose. Sites such as WikiLeaks, Free Software Foundation, and Freenet accept donations in Bitcoin. And again, this was written back in 2012. There are no historical records of account owners or their actual location. There are no monitoring capabilities in place to identify suspicious monetary patterns. Bitcoin uses public key cryptography. The coin contains the owner's public key, and the transactions are recorded by the network to ensure that the coin cannot be spent twice by the same person. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but rather an opportunity to trade goods and services for virtual currency. There are opportunities for criminals to transfer, launder, or steal bitcoins and target Bitcoin services using malware such as infostealer.coinbit, especially as the Bitcoin wallet is stored in an unencrypted form on the user's PC. The Bitcoin network hides details of any transactions by publishing multiple unique addresses to the network. Only if the sender or recipient decides to publish details is the transaction known. The whole network knows how much has been transferred, but not by whom or by whom. It is not entirely anonymous, however. Care can be taken to ensure anonymity is created. According to the FBI document, users can create and use a Bitcoin address for each incoming payment, route all Bitcoin traffic through an anonymizer, combine the balance of old Bitcoin addresses into a new address to make new payments, use a specialized money laundering service, use a third-party e-wallet service to consolidate addresses. Some third-party services offer the option of creating an e-wallet that allows users to consolidate many Bitcoin address and store and easily access their Bitcoin from any device. Individuals can create Bitcoin clients to seamlessly increase anonymity, such as allowing user to choose which Bitcoin addresses to make payment from, making it easier for non-technically savvy users to anonymize their Bitcoin transactions. There is a maximum number of 23 million Bitcoins, actually 21 there, that can be generated and in circulation. Currently, there are over 8 million Bitcoins in circulation. Bitcoin might be the future of currency, but there are a lot of issues that need to be addressed first. The challenge of discovering who has sent the Bitcoin is not totally impossible to discover. With careful passive analysis of the publicly available dataset, it is possible to map many users to public keys. The centralized services such as the exchanges and wallet services are capable of identifying considerable portions of user activity. So your transactions can be identified with careful analysis of activity tracking, which takes time and money. Again, so the crime has to be worth the time and money in the first place to investigate it. If the transactions are ignored by law enforcement agencies, then the Bitcoin will be considered as safe haven for hackers and criminals to freely conduct their activities. The challenge for FBI will be whether it has the extra resources and funding available to crack down the criminals so it badly needs to find. Again, it's all about excuses. We need more funding. We just need more funding. Just got to print a little bit more currency for us, fiat currency from nowhere. To fund us investigating Bitcoin. Dear oh dear. Quite an interesting article that. Look, written May 11th, 2012. And this was the article itself that was published on the internet, which that article just gave a good brief view overview of. Let's have a look at this through. So again, they would have been studying it in order to corrupt it, which is why they did corrupt it when they implemented SegWit and then built the Lightning Network. Absolute scumbags. So let's get on to a bit of news today. Check this out. So this was a post by Steve Patterson on April 22nd with regard to his book. He said, "I can hardly bear the stupidity of people seeing BTC fees drop to $10 and declaring that big blockers were wrong where there was no conspiracy extraordinarily. Imagine some engineers intentionally redesigning the LA highway system to make it exclusively one-lane roads, and they openly say traffic congestion is good. The big laners point out that actually this will cause extreme problems and will make driving damn near impossible in rush hour. Rush hour comes, the whole thing is gridlocked, and finally a week later at 3 a.m. the roads clear somewhat with only mild congestion. Then some idiot looks at the 3 a.m. traffic and goes, 'See, you big laners were wrong, there was no conspiracy.' Words cannot describe, blah, 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 blah." However, I mean, this guy supports Roger's corrupted version of Bitcoin, still doesn't understand the significance of SegWit or the significance of actually having a chain of signatures, because it was BCH that were using Schnorr signatures and it was scrambling the signatures so you can't see them, meaning that it's impossible to create a value contract of value. Because if you're sending something that you can't prove that you sent, then you have no claim on it, which means it's got no value to you or the person who received it. And it also means those who obfuscated the signatures, as in like Roger and his cronies, have complete control of the network, because they can now make changes on the network whenever they like, and they're accountable to nobody. And this guy supports that. So, I mean, isn't this comment like the pot calling the kettle black? Absolutely ridiculous. But, that's what this space is. So let's move on and have a look at the conference. Somebody actually just pointed out that I should have a look at the speakers this year, and it actually looks like CSW isn't on the panel of speakers. He's not there. Like I've been through all these, and there's a lot of people who are just really confused about what Bitcoin is. There are so many people And again, a lot of these people don't really have a clue what Bitcoin is either. It's painful for me listening to them. When even when I try to explain what Bitcoin is to them, like they don't get it. And it's like, why are you speaking at a conference when you actually don't understand the fundamentals of Bitcoin? It's not like CoinGeek does any good to try and educate people on it, because nobody at CoinGeek really understands the fundamentals of Bitcoin anyway. So you've got the blind leading the blind, and now you've got all these speakers of the what are they going to be talking about when they don't understand Bitcoin? But anyway. More news. This was Ryushi reposting a Jack Liu's tweet here, which is quite funny. He said, scaling BTC is happening. I don't know who he's speaking to, but somebody has said here, hey Jack, hope you've been doing well. I saw your post about BTC block size. That is a great idea. What is he talking about increasing it? Are you thinking fixed size increase, such as 8 megabyte or 16 megabyte or something adaptive? 16 sounds good. Bitcoin Cash proven even higher is safe. What are you thinking? We know 250 megabyte is safe with standard transaction, but BTC added SegWit, so let's say 64 to 128 megabyte is plenty safe. I'm thinking 16 to 32. Isn't this what BCH said? Nice. BTC is so dying like a drying plant due to heat and no water. Jack said, let's double it every halving. And whoever it is here said, that's an extremely awesome idea. A very simple idea. They can't scale it, but it doesn't matter what you do to BTC. The chain, once that chain of signatures is broken, that is it. That's it. You cannot put it back together again like Humpty Dumpty. And that's how stupid these people are on all these other chains. That once that chain of signatures is broken, accountability is lost forever. You cannot put it back. And if you do try to put it back, well, that's your central point of authority and control, putting it back together. They cannot do it. Once the network has been started, and again, it has to be started by somebody pseudonymous, so they don't have any influence over the neutral organic growth of the network. That is it. As CSW said, it is set in stone. You cannot alter it, and that is theoretically, not practically. You can alter it, but you can alter it, and you can. But that means that you remove all economic value from it. So honestly, these shitcoiners, shit for brains, is all I can say there. And this was another image of the email that CSW had responded to Mike Hernover yesterday about how he'd moved on to other things. It's in good hands with Gavin and everyone. Loving that. Right, let's have a quick look at their figures today then. So we've got Bitcoin at $72. Core Coin, SegWit Coin, Cabal Coin, whatever you want to call it, over at 66,000. That's going to hurt. Hash rate, let's have a look at the difficulty adjustment on BTC. Yep, still an absolute all-time high. Hash rate, let's just check that out. Oh, here we go. There we go. So this is B crash in blue, up and down, and then this is Bitcoin in red. So we'll just see what's going on with the hash rate and the profitability in a minute when we get to those figures. Transactions 7.67. Let's just have nodes 0.22. So for any newbies who haven't seen a node, these are they. This is what you call a node. It's a mining. Nodes create blocks and supply the hash rate. Finding SHA-256. Look at this, absolutely sensational stuff. Blows my mind every time. Transactions 7.67. Just have a look at that on what's on chain. Yeah, just 61,000 transactions. Oof, I think they are transaction banking is what I think. Block size 60%, so still bigger than Core Coin as you'd expect, because we do have an uncapped block size or soft cap at is it 40 or 4 gigabyte soft block cap at the moment. We've got 14 megabyte block, 16 megabyte block, 8, 15. So still more megabytes in that column than in those blocks than the entire column of BTC, Core Coin, Cabal Coin, whatever. Hash rate by network. All right, proof of work. Again, that should all be on genuine Bitcoin because that goes back to 2009. SegWit Coin was created on the 24th of August 2017, so there's no way there's that much proof of work on that network. Again, CoinDance purposely misleading viewers and users of the site. Here we go. Right, profitability. Oh, right. So profitability is just it's 15.3% more profitable to mine on BTC, even though the hash rate has come down on it. Interesting. That'll be the hash rate being managed. Somebody giving B crashers to a chance to live another day. Fisher price cash 8.2%, but it's 82.9% more profitable to mine on genuine Bitcoin. But that shows you because that shows miners competing for it because they just don't want BTC. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network. Yep, Bitcoin winning. Transactions by network. So that's just losing a bit there. Transactions right down, but we know that Teranode is coming. Shh, don't tell anybody. Transactions per block by network, yes, same. Fees USD, Bitcoin winning. Fees Satoshis, Bitcoin still winning. There we go. Block reward ratio, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network, the only chart you really need to look at to find out what's going to happen in the future. Let's have a look at these hash rates. Let's have a look. Global hash rate, 7 days. Global hash rate, 24 hours. Cool coin hash rate. Look at this. There is no other miners on BTC here. We've got a pool a miner I've never heard of called Poolin 0.69, Spider Pool 0.69, BTCC 1.39, but no other miners listed. Wow, that's a change. Something's happening. But look, other mining pools, 52.78% on B Crash. I was expecting that to be a bit less. But I mean, it's only what, 15% more profitable, 14.8% more profitable to mine on BTC than this shitcoin here. And then we've got Fisher price cash here, other mining pools with 25.69% on there via BTC, 49.31. And again, CoinDance purposely misleading people on here, so we won't bother looking at that. Let's check that out right now. Here we go. So look at this. This looks really healthy. Tal upping their gain to now 51.88%. Let's just check the hash rate. We'll take BCH off there. I thought they would be going up with more miners coming on the network. Interesting. QD Link now 15%. Gorilla Pool 5%. Mining Dutch has disappeared from there. What did this look like a month ago? So I had Mining Dutch, Coinium, Pro Hashing on there. Other miners all these other miners just for now getting a better looking. Better looking. Very good. Let's have a look at Coin Carbon Cap. So again, BSV absolutely romping away at the top here. Nothing can touch it. Look at that. Bytes per megawatt hour, 1,324 compared to Dash, which is in sort of like second place here at just 129. Good grief. Transactions per megawatt hour. BSV 245. Monero just recorded at 193. But again, these figures don't really represent the true potential of Bitcoin because we've got Teranode coming. Let's have a look at Crypto Quants. Yep, exchanges still cashing out while the price is going up. Don't want to be holding those. Don't want to be holding their BTC bags when the inevitable eventually happens. Jeepers. Tether Weather back onto $1. What's that been like over the last 7 days? So it's back up to just it's exactly on $1. Let's have a look at the market cap. Over 7 days. Oh dear, look at that. So we've literally just had another one. Where are we now? So 109.87 billion to 110.4. So 600 million. 600 million is what that line represents. Where did they get that from? Honestly, just straight up 600 million. Boom, straight in. What an absolute joke this is. Good grief. Well, you know, again, they've got to keep the scam going. So it'd be interesting to see what the price does. So this is BTC longs just going up a little bit, completely misguided. The morning run, quite like those figures. So this is Bitcoin versus BTC. Oh, no wonder they just pumped 600 million into the market. Look at that. They can't let the genuine Bitcoin start overtaking it, can they? No, sirree, they can't. Let's have a look at Live Coin Watch then. We've got a market cap of $4.28 trillion now. A multiple $trillion scam. So yeah, that price has been just bobbing along there. So the reason they've pumped 600 million in is because they'll need the price to move up a little bit, keep everybody happy. You know, like I said, keeping their scam going. Oof, we'll probably see that moving up a little bit later. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Where is she? Come on, you beauty. Down at number 68, $72. Plodding alongside, going up a little bit. See, look, you've got Bitcoin actually going up a little bit compared to BTC. They can't let that happen. They cannot let that happen. That's why they've just pumped another 600 million into the market, literally just earlier this morning. Craziness. Volume and liquidity. All right. Let's have a look at Teranode. You beauty. Come on. What's the average since last restart? 1 million. Over 1 million transactions per second since they last restarted it. Come on. Look at that. Most transactions just under a million there, but like 900,000. 900,000 transactions a second, that is. A second. You know, again, Ethereum, XRP, all those other shitcoins, they'd struggle to do this many transactions over 24 hours, let alone in a second. I mean, this is what we're looking at. A second. You know, literally a second in comparison to 24 hours. I mean, a second. This is a second. I mean, it's just phenomenal. It is phenomenal when you truly understand the significance and implications of what we are looking at here. No other network on earth can process over 50,000 transactions per second, and here we are looking at a network doing 800,000, you know, and averaging 1 million. Amazing, simply amazing. There we go. So that is the 22-minute show. Got overexcited, shot my load again. You know, I just love doing these shows. So if you do enjoy these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to Satoshi at handcash.io. Again, paymails are valid across all BSV addresses. So we'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.